Hello and welcome to my empties for the month of April 2026. We are starting out with this product I just finished, the Road Glazing Milk. I think this is my second full bottle of these. I've also had some minis that I've gone through, and I'm immediately, I actually had 2 backups, so immediately putting this back into my routine. I just did a dermaplaning facial today. Never done that before. My skin is very, very smooth, but I wanted to be super, super minimal because I know it's going to be sensitive if I use much of anything. So I used this and moisturizer, and that was it. And I immediately wanted to get out a new bottle of this for tomorrow morning. So love this. Definitely a holy grail. I also really like the prequel version, which is a little bit cheaper, but I think they're both really good. This is actually something that was at my mom's house, and I saw that it was about to expire. She actually lives really far away, but I was there at Christmas, and I was like, hey, let me grab this and, finish it up because it's going to expire. And she didn't like this, so I brought 2 bottles of it home, and this one expired in April, so I wanted to finish it this month, and I did. I use this on my face. I also used it as body wash quite a bit, and it was perfectly nice. And I still have another bottle that has to get used by October, so that one will be a little bit easier. This is my favorite candle brand. Actually, it's my only candle brand right now, other than I bought like a set of Trader Joe's like monthly candles. It was like a Christmas clearance item, but otherwise, all my candles are Frost Spirit Studio. I just always go back to them. They're book themed. They smell really good. They're not too overpowering. And most of them do not set off my asthma. So that is important. So this one is Beach and Books. And it smells like coconut, pineapple, and ocean. And it really does. There was a little bit left in there. Like it just, I don't know, stopped burning. But yeah, quite liked that one. And then I just finished this up yesterday. This is the Beauty of Joseon Radiance Cleansing Balm. And this one is fragrance free. So vanilla has been my gold standard for years. But I've kind of, since I've gone fragrance free, that was kind of one of my only fragrant holdouts. But this was really nice, and I would consider getting it again. There is like kind of a natural scent to it that I swear smells a little bit like almost like buttery, like Rice Krispie treats maybe, but that might just be me. It's a very faint, just like a natural ingredient smell, and I swear there were days I thought it smelled like buttery Rice Krispie treats. I also have the Geek and Gorgeous one, but I'm trying a cleansing balm that I've had sitting around for a minute first. But yeah, I would get this again and probably will at some point in the future. I'm covering up this spot here because there's a spot on the table and it's bothering me. So I think I'm done buying these just because I go through them so fast. So even though I got these on a sale, I think they're just, I go through them too fast because it's such a light lotion. So I think this is just not for my dry skin type. I love the smell of it, and I love the way it feels, and so like I kept, every time there's a sale I want to stock up on them, but I go through like 2 or 3 in a month. Here's another one. So it just, I feel like there's more cost-effective lotions out there even when I get them on sale. Like this was $7.50. I think in January there's like a January sale. Here we have the Good All Vegan Rice Milk. This was fine. This is, again, a cream that's, like, nice, but maybe just a little bit too light for me. And so, like, it's not something, it was nice, but it's not anything that I would need to, like, go get again. But it was a good option. This is a favorite sunscreen of mine. This is one I've repurchased many times. The Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Hyaluronic Water Fit Sun Serum. It's an SPF 50 PA++, and I'm using this again right now. This just needed to get used up, and I actually think this is something that I've bought many times, the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm B5. Soothing Therapeutic Multi-Purpose Cream. And like, I'm torn on this because it's small and it's not actually moisturizing, it's just soothing. And so I always like, I'm like, why am I buying this? But then like today, getting the dermaplaning, this might have come in handy. So I always tell myself like, oh, I'm not going to get this again because there's other things I could get that would be like a better value. But I don't know, we'll see. I don't think I'm going to rush out and get it again right away. But I ended up just kind of using this up as a night mask because, or like my night moisturizer basically, just because I was, it was coming up on the expiration date. And that's the other thing is, it's only good 6 months from when you open it. So I needed to get it used up this month, and I did. But I do kind of wish it had a longer shelf life since it's something that I only use like when I really need it. The Crave Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. I went back and looked at when I bought these, and I had stocked up on several of these, and I still have 3 that I'm using up that need to be used up by July. And I went back and looked, and I bought them 3 years ago. I bought them in 2023. So I'm trying really hard not to stockpile and to use down some of the things that I have stockpiled in the past. It's one of my favorite cleansers. I do really like it. But I didn't need to buy quite so many of them because it turns out they've lasted a long time. And I have also been using it as body wash, which has worked perfectly well just because I want to get these used up by July or as close to it as possible. Here's another thing that just, I feel like I have a lot of things that were just like expiring at the same time that I bought a couple years ago and just needed to get used up. So this is the Cosrx Propolis Synergy Toner. This was perfectly nice. I think in general, I'm kind of realizing that I'm more of a milky toner person. Like I'm much happier with this in general than all the other, just hydrating toners. So this is a nice one. Hydrating, soothing, honey extract, glycerin, lots of good things, but just like, does it stand out to me among all the other toners I've tried? Probably not really, but it was perfectly nice. This is just a Beekman 1802 goat milk bar soap, fragrance free, and I gave this to David. This was a gift. This was like in a gift set from my mom at Christmas. And if it's a bar soap, I give it to David because he likes bar soap and he lives like fragrance free, bar soap specifically. My most repurchased sunscreen of all time, the Cynic Enjoy Super Mild Sun Essence. I buy a zillion of these at once, and there was a time I really miss. There was a time when you could get these on sale for like $4.50, $5. Now they're like consistently 9 something on YesStyle, which is still much cheaper than other sunscreens. So this is like probably the most commonly purchased sunscreen for me, and I have an insane amount of these stockpiled. So constant repurchase. This has been discontinued, and I got these at Target when they went half price last year, and I'm still finishing them off. I think I have a couple more out, and then I have one more in backup. The Raw Sugar Simply Hand Wash, and they came out with a different hand wash, which I don't have yet. I'm finishing these first, but this is a lemon sugar one. It doesn't smell like it much now because I rinsed it out. This was one of the things that I really like about this is that it's 16.9 ounces, and of course they're discontinued, but I like that they were kind of big because hand soaps go really fast. Like I go through them fast. I'm a frequent hand washer. The lemon sugar scent wasn't like my very favorite because I don't usually love lemon scents, but it's not bad. My husband thought it smelled just like a Jolly Rancher. That was kind of fun. But yeah, these are nice. I'm always looking for things that won't dry out my hands, and I would say these are like the tiniest bit drying, but not bad. I think it's more just that they weren't like replenishing moisturizer, and so like when I would use like my salicylic acid body wash, then this would like feel like it was drying, but I think it was more the body wash. This is another Frost Spirit Studio candle. This one's Darcy's Parlor Leather Antique Wood and Tobacco. Yeah, that smells delicious. It smells kind of campfirey, and that one did burn all the way down. They usually do, for the most part. This is like from when I haven't bought anything from Say in probably 2 years. But when I did, they'll send you like these little cotton ball, like packing. It's supposed to be like you're packing peanuts, but it's like a bag of cotton balls so you can use them. So I used them. And I still have another one of these. I ordered from Say twice, like 2 years ago. I don't buy their stuff anymore, really, because it tends to go bad before it says it should. I really, the only, like, the only fragrance-free deodorant. It's so hard to find a fragrance-free deodorant. I get these from Amazon. For a long time I used the gel. Lately I've been using this roll-on. I like both, but yeah, I've been getting this roll-on. I love it. It's fabulous. I wish more brands made fragrance-free deodorant. Here's one of the Trader Joe's candles. This is the April Showers scent. What do you smell like? It's just kind of like one of those clean scents. Yeah, April Showers. Smells nice. All right, my favorite azelaic acid is the Anua. Right now I'm using a different one. It's a Good Molecules, and it's pretty good, but I'll eventually go back to this. This has just been my favorite. I've gone through several of these. Yeah, I like it a lot. This is what I always get to travel. This is the Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Body Lotion, because I can get 3 of these on Amazon in a little pack, and then I use these for, it's 2.5 ounces, so I use it for my toiletries bag on a plane. And it's the only thing I found on Amazon that's fragrance free, and I don't tend to like walk into stores all that often, so I usually go with what's available on Amazon. I do, I wish there was an option that was a little bit thicker. This one is pretty thin, but it has worked well for me for travel the last few years. This is like what I always get. Another frequently purchased, the Interface Peptide Cream. And I think, I can't remember this one. Yeah, this one was mine because it's got stickers on it. I put stickers on mine, so this is for using it last year, and this is for using it this year. So Panda's 2026 and the Star is 2025. But yeah, I use these a lot, and it's basically like kind of a dual product for me because it's a moisturizer, but it's also a peptide serum. And this is also the moisturizer I give my husband, because that way, like, he won't use it. He basically just uses like a moisturizer and sunscreen, and that's it. So if I can give him something that has a little bit of a boost in it, then I feel like it has a built-in serum. So, and he likes it fine too. I will say this as a moisturizer can be a bit light for me, can be a lot light. So sometimes I put something else over it, especially in the winter time. Okay, this has been like my favorite makeup product lately. I am obsessed. This is the Sarah Creel The Adults Are Talking lip balm in the shade Thriving. I finished this up at the beginning of this month. I love it so much. It is absolute perfection. It's not going to look like a whole lot, but it's the most beautiful beigey color, and it's really, really super moisturizing and balmy, and I love it so much. The price of these is absolutely audacious, and I did go through it pretty quickly. I bought this in like November, so, you know, pretty quickly. But I also do kind of like having a product that I can go through, because so many things, you know, you just end up tossing. But yeah, I love that one. I love the color. I love everything about it except the price tag. And so far I've not found anything that I feel like is the same. It's similar to some of the, like the Romande, and things like that, like the Nature Republic, but those have a fragrance and this one doesn't. And that kind of like peachy fragrance really like can be off-putting like in the morning when I want to drink coffee. So I tend to like lip products that have like a gourmand fragrance or no fragrance, as opposed to like fruity fragrances. And I hate mint. Mint is the worst. Keep that away from me. That only belongs in toothpaste. But yeah, love that particular makeup product. Here's another makeup product I finished up. This is another favorite. This is from the brand Espresso. It's an Italian brand, and they make their stuff smell like coffee, which is magical and amazing. This is their lipstick in the shade Toasted. It's the aroma lipstick, something like that. It's like this most perfect, like cool toned nude shade. I love it so much. It's a gorgeous brownie tan. And it smells and tastes like coffee, which is fabulous. Also, it has really, really good staying power. So the only thing that I don't like about this, other than, you know, it might get tariffed if I bought it right now. I'm not rebuying it right this second. I have some other espresso products to use from when I did this order like 2 years ago, because makeup lasts a long time. So this one, The only thing I don't like about it is because it's natural and like very, very moisturizing. And I have this problem a lot because I do look for like more natural makeup, and then I need like a lot of hydration and a lot of moisture. And so sometimes like the lipstick will kind of smush around and like not stay in the tube very well. And this is one of those products. The amazing thing about this though is like it is tenacious, like it really stays on. Sometimes it stays on even after I wipe it off. Like there'll still be some color like staining, which is amazing. So yeah, love this formula a lot. And I'm sure I'll buy that color again in the future. Another thing I'm really excited, another makeup product I'm excited to use up. This is the Makeup by Mario Soft Shape Sculpting Stick in the shade Fair. When did I buy this? I think I got this about a year ago. Maybe not even. I still have like time left on this, but I managed to use it all the way up pretty much. There it is, yeah. So it's a really pretty color, and I tend to like a really light bronzer. I just like how, you know, natural I can make it look. But yeah, this is done, although I can't get the cap back on it. I do like this quite a bit. I will say it's kind of bulky, like it's big and it took up a lot of space in my drawer. And it did get really messy on the inside here. Like I wiped this off like all the time. Oh, the top there just got smushed, but it's going, so it's fine. But yeah, that was pretty. I did like that a lot. I liked the other, I used the one that was in the pan too. A while back I used that up, and I was shocked by how quickly I used that up. So both of my Mario bronzers have been used up. I don't plan on buying any anytime soon because I have plenty of bronzer. This is just an In Beauty Elastic Skin sample. And this might, oh, a bit more stuff in there. This is the Ilia Eye Stylist Shadow Stick in the shade Venetian. This is from a mini set from Christmas, and I do really like this. There are some limitations of this product. This was so pretty. This one was pretty small. So one of the selling points for me was that I could actually use these up. That's always exciting because I get excited to use up makeup products. But that is so gorgeous. It's really easy to apply because it's a stick. I don't get any eye irritation, which is pretty amazing because that's, you know, most things irritate my eyes. But yeah, so I really like a lot about it. It will get kind of patchy when you put it on. It's almost like you have to do super thin layers, and like if you get too much on, it'll get patchy and like kind of come off. And so like my husband noticed that yesterday I was wearing it, and he was like, oh, like you shouldn't get that again. And I was like, oh, I've already bought some more because there was some on sale at FabFitFun, but like I can make it look good. I think I just had like too much on. Also, the other thing I don't like about that formula is it expires within 6 months. I really wish they would extend the shelf life on that, or like find out how to extend the shelf life on that. This is my husband's Aquaphor lip repair. He really likes having a fragrance-free, like no-nonsense lip balm, and he used that guy all the way up. And actually, I think he bought the exact same brand again. This was from before I realized that I was allergic to wearing nails. And so I was trying all these different like soothing eye creams, and I got this one from Aven. It is very expensive, and it's only a 0.33 ounce. So I did go ahead and use this up because I had it, but it's not something that I plan to buy again. It was nice. And because it's just like a sensitive eye cream, I don't feel like it was, you know, like something I need to get again, or like that it was doing a whole lot for my eyes. But yeah, nice enough. But not running out to get that anytime soon. Another Ilia product. I swear lately every mascara I try I feel like I'm allergic to, and so time and time again I just go back to the Limit Lash mascara. I have a full size of this now that I'm using up. This was just a mini. I have used between the minis and the full sizes. I've gotten a lot of minis over the years, but this is like my #1 mascara for many, many years. But yeah, lately it just seems like I am allergic to everything. This is a favorite lip pencil. This is the Glossier lip pencil in Buff. What do you call this? Enhancing pencil. This is Buff, and I love a nude, and there it goes. This one has, you know, it's pretty much at the end of its life. I think it was supposed to expire a month or 2 ago. That's like darker than it normally looks because there's a lot of it right there. But Obviously, like, it does get, as it starts to go bad, the Glossier pencils do go bad within, like, right around when they say they will, and they'll start to get kind of grainy. But before that, it's an amazing formula, and I really like how, again, tenacious. That's a tenacious formula. I love a tenacious formula when it's not drying. I think this is the last thing in here, and it is, oh, this was a fail. This is just like a thing that I'm not keeping. It was from the most recent Sephora lip kit, and it is a plumper, like a lip plumper. The shade is Truthful. It's actually, yeah, it's like it's a lipstick, but it's a plumping. It's like one of those plumping glossy ones. This triangle packaging is bizarre. It gets really messy inside there, but mostly I'm getting rid of this because it smells and tastes awful, and I hate lip plumpers. So I should have paid attention to that when I got that kit. But yeah, so that's gonna go. But I did finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 makeup products this month. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so happy about that. And that is my empties for April 2026. Thank you so much for watching.